The following non-nominated, non-award-winning program is rated D for dumb. The following program is rated D for dumb.
Hello, everybody. Dave Canyon here. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave, episode 290. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Forgive me, podcast fathers, I have sinned. I have not done a podcast in about 2 weeks, so maybe we'll discuss that. What have I been doing? Where have I been? Why haven't I done a podcast? What's so hard about doing a half-hour podcast in your car, during your commute, to and from work? Pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. That's a good question. I don't know what the problem is. Things have they gotten complicated? No, they haven't. What the hell is with my microphone? Here we go. No, they haven't gotten complicated. It's just things are different. Anyway, welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave. Like I said, pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. However you found the show, I greatly appreciate it. We're on 30-some-odd different podcast platforms, including Spreaker, which is my host, but I'm all over the place. I think I'm on everything except Pandora still, which is interesting to me because I hear all these guys, oh, I'm on Pandora. I'm like, how'd you get on that? How come I don't have that criteria? But then again, you know, most of my listeners are right here in Spreaker. No, that's not true. Stitcher, or not Spotify. A lot of you have gone to Spotify, and I don't know if that's why I don't hear from some of you, because there's no place to leave a comment. So if you'd like to leave a comment, you could do it here, of course. Come over to Spreaker, leave a comment here in the Spreaker chat box, or you could tweet me at dumbwithdave. Tweet me at dumbwithdave. Dumbing it down with Dave at yahoo.com is the email address. Dumbing it down. I've only gotten one email in like 5 years. That's not true. Somebody just sent me the email the other day. But it was something very short. It wasn't worth really repeating. But frankly, I'm not even sure if she wants me to share that with everybody. So that was, one of those privacy deals. But it was show related. How else is? Oh yeah, you can call me. You know what? Nobody has called the dumb line in a long time. The Dumbing It Down with Dave hotline. I called the dumb line. Do I even remember the number? 3477 I am dumb. 3477 the letter I, the letter M, dumb, or 347-746-3862. Wow, I do remember. Wow, that's amazing. I haven't said that in so long. The spiel is still in my head. 347-746-3862. Leave a nice clean message. 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, it doesn't matter. Just keep it clean. If you use any profanity at all, I will not play it. It will not get played on the air. If you don't want me to play on the air, just say, hey, Dave, this is so-and-so. Please don't play this on the air. I won't play it on the air. And you don't even have to say your name. Hey, this is so-and-so. Here's my social security number. Here's my phone number. I hope everybody comes and hacks me. No, I just say, hey, Dave, listen, man, I'd rather not say my name and whatever. I just rather, I just want to talk to you. And I'll get it. But it's nice when you say your name. Hey, man, this is George Clooney, whatever, So anyway, whoever you are, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for commenting, sharing. I love it when you share. Don't forget, we have a Facebook page. What is it called, Dave? The Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group. That's what it's called. Go to Facebook and type in Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, well, then go to Twitter. I have a Tumblr, but I haven't really been using it in 5 years. Does anybody know how to use Tumblr? Can we get this thing going? How do we do Tumblr? Dave, don't you have an assistant? Yeah, but I want to know how to do it before I tell somebody what to do. Okay. Anyway, I think that's everything. I'm on Apple. I'm all over the place. So now I'm in my car. I'm in my 2008 Kia Rio LX. I'm going down a road called the 3rd Avenue Extension. Just left the job, 8:02 in the morning. Actually, I didn't just leave the job. I left the job about 40 minutes ago. Then I had to go to Walmart. I had to do some shopping. I had to get some bananas. I had to get some riced cauliflower, some frozen greens, and some mackerel. Dave, it's really exciting to hear your shopping list. Well, this is Dumbing It Down with Dave. I share a whole bunch of personal stuff with you. It's called the icebreaker. We're just warming up. We haven't spoken in 2 weeks. Let me just fill you in on what's going on. I'm sitting in my car. Oh, yeah, so I'll get to that. I do that all the time, right? Oh, by the way. By the way. That wasn't a recording. I actually just did that live. So I got some mackerel, wild caught. Am I supposed to believe that this mass-produced fish, this mackerel, is wild caught? Like somehow these guys are out there like, there it is over there. Where? Over there, mackerel. Oh, go get him. Like a guy is diving off like some, listen, man, This is how I envision it. There's a boat off the coast of Costa Rica or Guatemala, one of those South American countries. Maybe I should look at the box. I don't have the box handy. Where is it? It's in the back seat here. And there's a thin, brown-skinned young man. And he's like, this is all he's done. This is all his father's done. This is all his grandfather's done. He's a young, brown-skinned man, very thin, and he's a great swimmer. And he jumps off the boat. He rows the boat out into the lagoon. And somebody says, "Look over there, wild caught." Not even wild caught. They're not wild caught yet. And he jumps in, because he's got that nose, he's got that scent, he's got that hunter's instinct. And he goes in there and he just starts grabbing at mackerel like Americans do at state fairs when you go that money box, that windy prize thing. And he's like, I gotta get the mackerel. So he grabs like 4 or 5. And he tries not to squish them with his hands. He swims back to the boat and he puts them in a bucket. Or he hands them to his buddy or whoever. Maybe he probably does this by himself. I can't imagine it's a 2-man operation. That's how I envision wild caught mackerel. I'm sure that's totally not how it is. Anyway, and it doesn't have to be a thin, young, brown-skinned man. It could be any other color. I'm sure there's very pale, overweight white guys jumping off the coast of Cape Cod. I don't even know where there would be wild caught mackerel. In what waters of the world would you go and say, "Hey man, I'm going on vacation. Where are you going?" "I'm going to go get some wild caught mackerel." "Oh yeah, where's that?" "Well, it's right off the coast of, wherever." "Really? Can I go?" "No, it's really for me. It's a vacation for me. I just want to go by myself and catch mackerel, and then I'm gonna, somehow squeeze it into a can with olive oil, and then I'm gonna take it home with me and eat it or something. Oh, you know what? I can't get to the can. It's at the bottom of this bag. I have a whole Walmart bag, and it's all the way at the bottom. I packed it, so we'll have to get to the bottom of the bag and the bottom of the wild caught mackerel mystery next episode. Part 2 of where in the holy mackerel. Where's mackerel from? Yeah, is that what holy mackerel is? Is it like a religious food? Anyway, I eat a lot of it. I do. I eat like a can a day. Sometimes I'll go through these whole streaks, like 2 weeks in a row. I'll have 1 or 2 cans. Sometimes I'll have a can of mackerel, a can of sardines. Hey, Dave, this is great. You're talking about your lunch. Wow, this is really fantastic. Do you season your mackerel? No, it comes in olive oil. I don't season it at all. I might throw some, rice cauliflower in there, maybe some kale, or maybe some broccoli, and if I have some pepperoncini, I'll throw some pepperoncini in there. Kind of changes the taste of everything. I like it to be a little bit seasoned. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting, Dave. Yeah. And then I put it in my hot pocket. I have a hot pocket thing, not the food hot pocket, so it's something else. And you plug it into your cigarette lighter at work, and down the road you go. 2 hours later, it's steaming hot. It's the best way to have hot food when you're on the road. It really works. I've had this thing for a couple of years. Thank you, Pat Mason. Appreciate the recommendation. I really didn't think it was going to work. It's one of those micro, whatever. It's a hot pocket thing. I call it the hot pocket. It's a hot plate, and you put you put anything. You put plastic in there, it won't melt. You put glass in there, it's fantastic. Really is nice. It zips up and it doesn't spill. Although I've beaten the hell out of it. Mine looks pretty aged. Mine looks like an antique now. Mine looks like. Oh, Dave, did they make these in World War II? Is this one of those World War II hot plates? Did you get this from your grandfather? Did you inherit this? God, it looks so old. No, it's only a couple of years old. I bet you if you take Pat Mason's and put it next to mine, you'll go, Dave, what's wrong with you? Psychologically, just looking at this hot pocket, it looks like you're a disaster area. It looks like you can't keep anything nice. It looks like you have psychological problems. Why is your hot pocket such a disgusting mess? Look at Pat Mason's. Nice and clean, organized, all the zipper works, and it doesn't look like he dropped it on the floor. It looks like he keeps it really nice and clean. You look like you overpack your plates and it spills, and yeah, it's a mess. It's really disgusting. Yeah, how about that thermos bag, Dave? Boy, look how you burnt the hole right through the middle. When are you going to get a new thermos bag? I don't know. They're like $20. I don't know. Really? Oh, you can't buy a new thermos bag? It's just the point of it. This one's good. Oh, so you're just going to hold on to this disgusting, dirty thermos bag with a hole in it, and you're just going to wait until your hot pocket falls out of the bottom? Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm just going to wait until one day I'm walking from the car to the truck and all of a sudden, kadank, and yeah, the bottom falls out of my thermos bag. Dave, you're a disgusting, hoarding mess. It's really upsetting to listen to you. I mean, this is the most boring icebreaker. 10 minutes in, we got your Walmart shopping list, we got your lunch list, and now we know you have a dirty, disgusting thermos bag. Is this whole you've been gone for you know what? It's better off that you didn't do a podcast for 2 weeks. Why don't you take another 2-week podcast? I just might. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. Okay, so anyway. No, I'm not crazy. This is why I do the podcast. I do it in my car. For those of you who are new, I do it in my car. It's a car cast, right? It's a car cast. It's a dumb cast in a car cast in a podcast. I'm doing 3 shows in one, and you're getting paid. You're paying the same amount. I can do as many casts as I want. I've done car talk. I've done all different things in a dumb cast, in a car cast, in a podcast, and I still charge the same amount every time. Nothing. It's really great. Oh yeah, don't forget you can also go to dumbingitdownwithdave.com. I have a contact page. I have a thing you can contact me through the website. Yeah, it works. The contact form. It works. Go ahead. Send me a message. Either call me or leave me a voicemail. Say, hey, Dave, it's good to talk to you, Dave. Keep it clean. 30, 60 seconds. You can hint at me, hey, Dave, your show was effing good. Whatever. I don't care. Just as soon as you drop the bomb, it's delete time. Why, Dave? Why can't I talk like a human? They're taking away all my liberties. I just want to be I just entered onto the throughway. That's why I hit the rumble strips. I'm not tired. I am tired, but it's not why I hit the rumble strips. They're taking away all my liberties. If I want to curse, let me curse. What's the difference? FFF, big deal. Well, you sound like a moron. No, you don't. Yes, you do. You know what? If you tried to not curse, you couldn't help yourself. You've been doing it for so long, you can't stop yourself. Oh, F off. Okay. All right, you just made my point. Yeah, you funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. I shy away from it. I still do it. Believe me. If we hang out, if for whatever reason, any of us would actually to see each other live, if that would actually happen, yeah, you'd probably hear me drop a bomb, an S-bomb, an F-bomb, whatever. But not like every other word, and definitely not with a child in the back seat. That ain't happening. I try not to. I just make a conscious effort. I make a conscious effort to floss my teeth every day. Do I do it every day? No, I don't do it every day. I make a conscious effort. I make a conscious effort to water pick my mouth. I do a conscious effort to do the Listerine or whatever, whatever mouthwash there is. I make an effort to shave every day, face and head. I make a conscious effort to trim my mustache. Wow, Dave, we just went from your shopping list to your lunch list. Now we're in your hygiene. Wow, what a great podcast. How many listeners do you have? Well, actually, I want to thank everybody. I just had my 18,000th download. Oh, wow, 18,000. Yeah, I just said that, 18,000 downloads. How many years did that take you? Okay, it took me 5 years. Oh, wow, so a big whopping 3,600 downloads a year. Well, I took a couple of podcations. I took 2 very long podcations. So let's say it's 4 years. Oh, wow. 4 years, 48 months. Yes. 18,000 downloads. Yes. Are you going to do the math? Yeah, it just got complicated. I don't think so. Okay, so let's say 50. Let's say 50 months, right? 4 times 12 is 48. Let's make it even. So let's just round it off. 50 months at 18,000 podcasts. Let's just say I took a year off between my 2 podcations. So that would be 90? No. It would be 36. It would be 36 times 50. No, it would be 360 downloads a month. Yeah, it'd be 90 a week. There you go. 360, yeah, 90. 9 times 4 is 360. 360 times 50, carry the 0, is 18,000. Wow. that's 12 a day. That's why I get paid the big bucks. I get paid $10 every 2 to 3 months. That's the big Spreaker money I'm making. There you go. See, I just did all the math. Wow, Dave, it's really impressive. 12 people a day tune into you. Yeah, well, what do you want me to do? You know how many people listen to Sean Hannity? I don't know, the whole world, I guess. Yes. You know how many people listen to Rush Limbaugh, and he's dead. More people listen to Rush Limbaugh, and he's dead. Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, well, what do you want me to do? I mean, I'm starting late in life. Give me a break. All right, there you go. Half the show over. Hygiene, shopping list. You got to hear that voice in my head that beats me up at every turn. Every turn, that voice beats me up. Whatever, I don't care. All right, you want to do some listeners' comments? Where have I been the last 2 weeks? You know, I don't really want to talk about it now. I've been around, and we'll talk about it. Not this episode, because I'll tell you what happened. 2 days ago, on my way into work, I did. By the way, this is episode 290, I think. Can you believe it? I was on my way to work. I did a podcast on the way in, and it was really good. I was really happy with it. I liked it. It made me feel good. I mean, I shared some things. It was well done. You know me, I don't brag. I liked it. I parked my car at the job. I put my phone in my pocket. Big mistake. Right away, big mistake. First thing I'm supposed to do, everybody knows, right? Because I talked about it. What's the first thing I'm supposed to do? Save it. Save the episode right away. Don't waste any time. Just save it. Don't worry about it. Hit the save button. Make sure it's saved. Make sure it's in your drafts. Well, I don't know what I did. I don't know if I did that or not. So I put the phone in my pocket and I start walking, and I'm listening to the copy of it. I want to hear it before I publish it. Make sure the sound is good. Well, somehow, within 5 or 10 steps, walking away from the car, somehow that show got deleted. Just deleted. I mean, totally off my phone. I got to tell you, I was feeling really down. I was like, you should have seen me at my job, just standing there looking at my phone, looking around to see if anybody's looking at me like, is anybody looking at me like, why am I standing here in the middle of the road just looking down? I mean, I almost dropped to my knees, like did a Charlie Sheen or a William Dafoe from Platoon, you know that poster where it's like, why? Yeah, that was me. I was pretty upset. Like, why? I just lost this episode. I just spent 30 minutes in the car doing an episode, and now it's gone. I was really bummed out. I'm laughing about it now because I just wonder what I looked like standing in the middle of the road, looking up at the sky, looking down at the ground, shaking my head, looking at my phone going, what the hell just happened? And I'm on my way to work. I'm like, I really got to shape up. Like, I got to high step it in, get some energy going, and deal with, with the oncoming stupid. Anyway, you know what they say, when you're on the road, oncoming traffic? No, I have to deal with oncoming stupid. So, and there was plenty of stupid that night too. But anyway, so that was gone. So that means I got to do a do-over. Now, do-overs are really usually bad. You never want to do over the same episode. You just want to let it go. Just let it go. Well, I didn't do that. On the way home, the next day, I did a do-over. And, of course, it was really bad. You can't replicate. You just can't. Don't even try it. Unless you got a script, which, of course, I never do. You can't replicate. You can't do it. Is that the right word? You can't do it. So, I tried, and it was horrible. Plus, I had sound issues. I'm going through headsets like there's no tomorrow. I got all these headsets I'm going through. This one, I hope this one works good. And then the commercials, I put the auto ducky on, and the spots, not the commercials, the spots I play, Harry and Raven, you couldn't hear them. It was horrible. So that's 2 shows gone, and this is the 3rd attempt. And it's already Friday, and it's like I haven't done a podcast in over 2 weeks. So there you go. What was I talking about? That's it. So, I had something I had to tell you. By the way, I always say to you guys, listen. If you listen to the show, if you really do, you hear me talk about something, and I go, oh, by the way, and then I don't go back to it or whatever. I'm really counting on you guys to say something, but nobody ever points anything out. So I just wonder if you're not listening, of course. It's always my paranoia. Or you just don't give a crap. You're like, whatever, I don't really care. What was he talking about? Dave, if I tell Dave, you went, oh, and then you never mentioned it, then I'm not going to remember. I'd have to go back to the episode. But you're right, I probably never remember. But this time I do remember. So guess what? Let's do the weather report and the mileage report all at once. All right? I tell you, I'm going to give a sponsor. I want to thank some people, but I'm going to do a little ad here. All right? Well, no, I'll do this ad. It'll all be combined. All right? It'll probably be the last 10 minutes of the show. So I'm going to do a mileage and a weather report. Can you guess what the weather is? Think about it for a second. If you've listened to the show before, think about the weather. In New York State, upstate New York, by the way. Think about the weather. I'm going to tell you in a second. All right, this weather and mileage report is brought to you by the people who support this show, which is you, the listener. Thank you so much. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for leaving Google voicemails, 347-7-I-AM-DUMB or 347-746-3862. Thank you for using the contact form on dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. Thanks for listening and giving me a 5-star rating and review on Apple. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. If you listen on YouTube, thank you for listening on YouTube. Click like, share, all that good stuff. Thank you for commenting on the Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group, all that stuff. So thank you, Linda Irwin, for being my number one super fan from way back in the day, supplying me with AI voices and all that.
Time is running out.
Yeah, that one right there. That's a Linda Irwin deal. And Linda Irwin has a new show called Off the Wall with Tom and Paul. Off the Wall with Tom and Paul. Good stuff. She's back to comedy. At least I think she is. I've listened to every episode so far, and I think she's relocating her comedy podcast voice. Those couple of years at the end with Awesome Sanity Servers, we got really serious. It was great. But, before that, it was all comedy. So, thank you, Linda Irwin from Awesome Insanity Surfers. Look out for Off the Wall with Tom and Paul. Or Tom and Paul Off the Wall. It's one of those deals. And Linda, feel free to, copy and paste the link. I don't care. Yeah, do that. I want to thank Lynn Brunet from Mile High Radio, milehighhiradio.com. No. She's not there anymore. She left. She took all her stuff. She walked out the door. Walked out the door. I'm not coming back anymore. That's not really how that song goes at all. No. Lynn is now at Sound Machine FM. Sound Machine FM. Soundmachine.fm. Soundmachinefm.com. All right, Lynn, if you're listening, go ahead and post your information right there in the old chat box, Spreaker chat box. And also, by the way, if anybody's on, if I give you permission, if you go to my Facebook page and put down, hey, you could find Dave at, whatever you want to put down. So thank you, Lynn, for being there. Bobby Guarente, he is still at Mile High Radio. The internet, radio business is very transient. Everybody's always flopping around. So anyway, Bobby Guarente over there at Mile High Radio, milehighhiradio.com. And Lynn plays my show, I think on Thursdays, I don't know. Bobby, I think he plays my show still on Mondays. I don't really know. I don't really stay in touch. They say they're going to play it. I trust them. Pat Morrow from Crooked River Radio. Thank you, Pat Morrow, for Crooked River Radio. I appreciate it. I think he plays my show Monday nights at 8 or 9. Thank you, Pat Morrow from Crooked River Radio. And we got a new guy. And I'm happy to mention him. I'm happy to support him. I listen to his show. He has his own show, and he also has an internet radio station. His own show is called Radio Hope. Radio Hope, every day at 9 o'clock. Every day, 9 o'clock, without fail. 7 days a week. It's a great, great show called Radio Hope. And he also has an internet radio station where he streams Dumbing It Down with Dave every day, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. 7 a.m., 7 p.m. MUK, M-U-K, radio.com. MUKradio.com. Let me see if I can find... Nah, I'm going to mess it up. Here's a really interesting description to his show, Radio Hope. So thank you, Mike Myers. Yeah, it's the famous Mike Myers, by the way. Did you know? Yeah, I do business with the famous Mike Myers. MIKEMYERS. And he's got me on MUK Radio. All right, so thank you, Mike. And his Radio Hope show is fun. It's a live call-in show, by the way. It's a live show. You can call in, You can listen to the music he plays. You'll hear music on the station. You won't hear anywhere else. I don't know where he finds these artists, but it's good music and it's good talk. And he's a funny guy. All right. So anyway, he's the funny dad I never had. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he's the funny dad I never had. He's also serious, too. He's also very smart. And he's focused like me. He really gets to it, just like I do. Also, I want to thank Luke from Luke Loses. Luke Loses is a show on Spreaker and many other platforms. And Luke talks about his weight loss. And he's in a program, and I want to thank Luke for becoming a friend of mine, and we talk every so often, and it's good to talk to Luke, and it's good to listen to the show. Very real, very personal, and very real. Luke Loses. Luke, feel free to post a link there in the chat box. Let everybody know how to find your show on Spreaker or wherever you want people to go listen to your show. All right, I think that covers everybody, you know. Vernon Payne actually posted an episode the other, a 3-hour episode. Can you imagine that? A 3-hour episode I did with him. We talked politics and everything. Talk racism. It's called the Broken Comic Podcast. The Broken Comic. I haven't really been talking about it. But yeah, Vernon Payne from the city, stand-up comedian and storyteller. So he just published a 3-hour episode. I got to tell you, I listened to 2.5 hours of it. 2 hours and 40 minutes. I was like, oh my God. Boy, we're just a bunch of yentas, Vernon and I. A bunch of yentas yakking away. All right, so there you go. I think that's everybody. I think that's everything. The mileage report is 293,148. 293,148 on a 2008 Kia Rio LX. That's almost 13 years old. I don't know when this car was built, so let's just say 13 years old. 293,148 miles. And I want to share the weather report with you. What do you think it is? It is beautiful out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Last night was the first night, no jacket. First night, no jacket. Yeah, baby. All night long. No jacket. Just me and my short sleeve clown outfit. Yeah. It was great. Beautiful warm weather. 50s, 60s. I was in Suffern, New York. I started off in Rensselaer, went to Suffern, came back to Albany, and then from Albany out to Syracuse, and Syracuse back. And I got to tell you, all night long, no jacket. That's how nice it was. First night, no jacket. Yeah. I hope that's the sign of things to come. Okay, so there you go. So you got the weather report is sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Abundant, beautiful sunshine. There's so much sun right now. It is crazy sunny and warm in New York. How many times have I said that as the weather report? Well, it's true. More times than not, when I do a podcast, for some reason, and when I get an intern one day, I will torch that intern. You will hear one of those stories like, how was he to work for? Oh, he was torture. He made me listen to every episode, and I had to, count off all the ones where the weather was great. Oh my God! I went back to episode 1. I was like, oh, it's the worst episode ever. He made me listen to the first 280 episodes. Oh my God! I hate being an intern. Yeah, that's what it's going to be like. Although Luke gave it a shot. I don't know how many episodes he made it to, 14 or 15, and then he stopped listening. He said he wanted to listen to it from the beginning, and he appreciated some of it. I think as a podcaster, but as a listener, I had this on the whole time. Oh, that's got to be really annoying. Did I have that on the whole time? Did you guys hear that fan blowing the whole time? Oh, what did I do that for? I didn't need that on. So anyway, yeah, last night was good weather, man. I hope it's a sign of things to come. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You got a mileage report, you got a weather report, no drink break, no breather break. We had a nice long icebreaker. I think we had about a 29.5-minute icebreaker. At least that's what I think. Right? Tune in the next episode, guys. We'll do better.
If you are enjoying these shows,
yes,
please like and subscribe. Also, share them with your social media. Feel free to comment in the Spreaker chat box or call the dumb line at 347-746-3862. Please keep your messages to 60 seconds or less and keep them clean.
Yes.
No profanity.
No.
Keep listening and engage. Do it because I asked you to. This is the Raven out.
I love that. I love that voice.